going to do our lab, and the title of our lab is Chemical Reaction, Color Change. Now, on yesterday, we talked about, our discussion was on chemical reactions, and we're going to implement this with our lab procedure. And a few housekeeping chores. You do have your safety equipment, which is good. If you would take your solutions to your table, we're ready to start the experiment. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, if you would get your handout for your second page for the chemical reaction color change, I want to make sure you don't have any questions about what it is you have to do. Now, you've had time to look over your instructions, and if you would notice that you have 3 test tubes already filled with water, your equipment for this experiment, 3 test tubes, you do have your pipettes, and the chemicals, you have food coloring, vinegar, bleach, and hydrogen peroxide. You're going to mix it with your solutions, and you're going to give evidence. You're going to get together, brainstorm as a group. You'll give evidence of a chemical reaction, and specifically, we're looking for color change, and you're to give evidence of that. If there are no questions, you can get started. Looking at your data table, do you have any questions about your data table? So the first thing, so you identify who's going to start off with the food coloring, and that's the first thing that we're going to do. And then the vinegar, the hydrogen peroxide, and the bleach, okay? In that, yes.
They don't have to be stirred, all of them?
Yes. What you're gonna do, what we're gonna do is just like gently shake it, okay? That was a great question. All right, so you can get started, and I'll just monitor and supervise to make sure everything is going okay. So the first thing we're gonna start off with will be the food colorings. Yes. Okay?
The food coloring goes in each test tube?
Yes, great answer. Okay, you'll pick the test tube up and put 2 drops. Very good. Very good. Then you can, okay, just shake it gently, hold it away from your, very good. Okay, great, yes, awesome. So you'll observe, and then you'll enter the data on your data table as to if you think a chemical reaction has occurred. You'll check either no reaction or reaction. Okay, put that back. And you can just go on and put the food coloring in the rest of them, because you know you've identified the reaction. And what do you think you came up with for the reaction? Is it a chemical reaction, or is
It is, it changed to orange.
Changed to orange? Okay, you can proceed to your next solution. Okay, very good. So the next item would be vinegar. You'll use your pipette, and you squeeze your bulb, and then once you get it in your solution, you'll release it. Now you, okay. Very, I like the way you all are working together as a group. That's great. You're gonna do 2 drops. Very good.
Sweet vinegar.
Okay, great. Good.
Take that sweet bit.
Okay, what do you think? Did you get a change? Didn't see a change? Okay. So you can put that. All right, very good. So you can, put that in your data table.
Okay, no color change on the vinegar.
Okay, so the color remained the same, gray.
I think it is a reaction.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that means that we'll let you all brainstorm. So, we'll let you all talk
I
about
smell
it.
it,
I know,
I
I
smell
thought
it
it was
over.
a smell.
I think it would be because we can smell the vinegar in there, so.
Do we do the next one?
Mm-hmm. Are you using different pipe? You have to use a different
So,
pipe.
we're saying a reaction.
Okay, so
Smell
if
the
you use that
vinegar.
one, just squeeze that, okay, that's vinegar. Now, where are you going next to?
Did you put vinegar all over the way?
No, man.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was speaking.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Now, when you said smell, did the smell change from the original odor of the vinegar? Or are you just smelling the vinegar?
I think it's just the vinegar.
Okay, so
So it's no reaction.
what do you all think?
Think
That's
it-
I
something to
thought it
think
was a
about.
reaction.
So I just know that the original smell of the original solution was neutral. It didn't have a smell, and now it has a smell because we added that substance.
Okay, you sure can't we take the vinegar out?
Okay, we'll brainstorm together as a whole class once you finish. Okay, I like what I'm hearing.
Color change.
Color
But
change.
no color
No
change.
color
we can
change.
see that.
All right, go to the next one. Okay, use a different pipe, and once you get them, just put that one.
Hydrogen peroxide.
Okay, hydrogen peroxide.
Sorry.
What you think?
Hydrogen
The
peroxide, that's good.
smell is changed, it neutralized the vinegar. Did it neutralize the vinegar?
It did. It's not as loud.
And it's not distinct as vinegar either.
Okay, would you,
But no color change.
okay, and the very last one will be the bleach.
Ooh. There is a chemical reaction,
Chemical
of
reaction.
course.
It's fizzing.
Seltzer.
You got lighter, it's too.
The color definitely changed.
I like what I'm hearing. So you gave me proof. You was able to see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can hear it as well.
Fantastic. Very good. So you can come back to
And
your
smell.
the smell. You can come back to your seat and brainstorm your results, and we'll talk about some things. We'll talk about some things. Fantastic. All right, I'll let you finish your data table. Now, I heard some different answers. Get together, and I want you to tell me, out of the hydrogen peroxide, out of the bleach, out of the vinegar, which produced a chemical reaction?
The bleach.
The bleach is the one that was a chemical reaction.
Okay, fantastic. But now, previously, you had told me you had you had a chemical reaction. So now, do you still hold on to that, or do you change your mind?
I changed my mind.
Fantastic, and that's correct. You only had one chemical reaction, and that was the one with the bleach. And you saw the actual evidence. And what was the evidence that you saw?
It changed color. We saw the fizz, and we heard it. And it smelled good.
Fantastic. Okay, we'll let you write up your data table, and you only have to submit one. Just put your group names on there and get together, you know, if you're in doubt, because I think we had different answers, but after you brainstormed and talked over the evidence and what we talked about on yesterday, you were able to derive and come up with the correct answer. All right, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
And I like the way you applied the teaching that was implemented with the chemical reaction. And then you were able to duplicate that with the hands-on in our lab today. Okay, excellent.